NXT Takeover Unstoppable, proving once again that wrestling is better than sports entertainment.
The Dropkick.
Welcome to episode 9 of The Dropkick. This time it is NXT Takeover Unstoppable. I'm Matthew Kershaw, joined by Carl Shimon.
I'm unstoppable.
Is that your intro? You're not going to make
I was
a better
better
pun?
than Fuck Saxon, which was the other one, so yeah. I thought I'd keep it topical.
Before you tell Byron Sexton to fuck off, I will run down the pre-show, because I know how much you enjoy the pre-show, Kyle.
Absolutely. I always enjoy the pre-show. I'll leave this one to you, though. How about that?
Oh, thank you for this honour. So,
Ring of Honor, Better Wrestling League, go on.
Shut up. It opens up with a quote-unquote fan filming Enzo and Carmella and Cass arriving. I think it was shown on the main show as well, so you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was right before the Atami bit.
Yeah, so they're filming Enzo arriving, blah blah blah, and then suddenly you hear Hideo Itami scream in pain, and suddenly he's on the floor holding his arm, and Kevin Owens walks past and says, "That's a shame." And then they start talking about how Itami is now out, because he was supposed to fight Finn Balor and Tyler Breeze for the number one contender spot, which is a shame.
Yeah.
So,
I guess.
you know, Itami's out, which sucks. But
for how long do we do?
6 to 8 months.
God damn it.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yep.
It's insane.
I was going to make a joke about how it's unstoppable, but that wouldn't make sense.
No, it's unstoppable that he's been stopped for 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, so that really sucks.
That's a Byron Saxton line right there.
Byron Saxton was not on the pre-show, I don't think.
Good, he shouldn't be on any shows. Move on.
They showed a really fucking hype video for the women's match, which we'll go on to talk about in the actual main show, because I think it was the same one in the main show.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Fucking Stephanie McMahon was on the pre-show.
She was in the crowd on the main show. She
was like outside and getting interviews, and all the NXT fans were around her cheering her, and I was like, fuck you, boo her, boo the fuck out of her, Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only interesting thing that happened on the pre-show was there was a guy outside behind the glass who had a towel covering his head the entire time.
Yeah.
And people were wondering who it was. Maybe the potential debut of somebody who may or may not have signed with NXT.
Potentially.
Potentially. That guy will never show up, though. Come on.
No way.
So that was the only interesting thing about the pre-show, is a guy with a towel on his head outside.
I guess it's not a pay-per-view. What do they call him?
It's a special on the award-winning WWE Network. Get it free in the month of May for new subscribers. Catch the all-new Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Join the 1.3 million already lucky people.
I would sign up with the WWE Network again if Michael Cole could show me how to install it like he used to do.
Oh God. Did he?
Every Raw, he would be like, download the WWE app. It's simple. Just get on your smartphone or tablet, go onto this website, press this button. It's like, fuck off, Michael Cole.
He didn't say phablet.
No, he didn't. He's not cool.
That's a missed opportunity.
But speaking of cool, let's move on to the actual main show. The opening match.
Sweet segue, bro. Sweet.
Yes. I wish I had a segue. It'd be awesome.
I guess.
The opening match, which surprised me that this would be the opening match, was Finn Balor versus Tyler Breeze to determine a number one contender for the NXT Championship.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I thought that Bayley and Charlotte versus Dana Brooke and Emma would be the opener.
Well, that was a bad match, so of course I had to wait.
So yeah, Hideo Itami was supposed to be in this, but of course he was injured. Did you fucking see Tyler Breeze's entrance?
I did. It was hot.
Oh, awesome. It was so cool. Like, there was like a runway, like models came out looking like, it was essentially Rule 63 Tyler Breezes came down with their smartphones and started taking selfies.
It's pretty awesome. I don't understand why they had a different tune, why they had a different music for that part though.
Because it was runway music, because they were modeling his look.
Yeah, I get. Why don't they just have his though? It was really weird when they just cut that music and went straight into his.
It wouldn't really make sense if all the models were there and it was their look in my eyes. You know, that
Why not?
music.
They're doing the same thing, only with boobs.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. It was weird. It was the one thing that caught me off because I'm like, is this someone new or?
Well, apparently one actual wrestler was one of the models, but I don't know who it was.
Right. I assumed they all would have been, but
Tyler Breeze was periscoping his entrance, apparently.
Fucking awesome. Yeah, it was.
I didn't watch it.
Did you not see, like, it was a moment where the camera was behind him and you could see on his phone and you could see all, like, the comments pop up, which is
I saw
totally a
that, yeah, but
Periscope
I didn't watch it. I just watched the actual stream of the show. I wasn't watching the Periscope on, like, a different tab, which I wish I did.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
should
somebody's recorded it out there, so I'll have to find it.
That would have been awesome.
But I did watch a little bit of it before the show when he was, like, periscoping backstage, and he was talking with the 4, like, cosplayers,
Right.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
But that's got nothing on the... Oh, wait, hang on. Tyler Breeze looked like a fucking king. He came out in red and yellow, and it looked like he had a cape.
He did. He had a big fluffy cloak. Cool. It was awesome.
Yeah, he looked like a king. It was so cool.
He had, like, the same super tight pants and, like, fucking diva feet things. What are they called?
The
like
washing machines.
Yeah, but did you notice he had, like, a big fluffy line down the side of his leg, which was super cool?
No, I didn't.
He had, like, it was the same like red material, but it was more and normally he has like a seam, doesn't he? But it was super cool. It looked like he had like red wires going down his leg. It was cool.
Oh, he's so fucking cool. Almost as cool as the next entrance. Oh my fucking god.
He was insane.
So Finn Balor comes out, he's dressed as a demon again. This time he has fucking wings.
And like fucking spikes up his back as well.
Yeah, he's got spikes. He had like looked like something had clawed at his leg, and it was all red and black along his legs. Yeah. There were like small hands reaching from his trunks up onto his stomach.
Weird, because I would have loved to be reaching down his trunks.
Oh, but, so would I. I think they
enough.
were reaching for his abs. I just want to touch them.
You should, yeah. It could have got really dark then if I'd said what I was thinking about saying, but we should move on before I do.
Yeah, so he came out, he was in the smoke clears, the lights come on, he fucking raises his arms and you see his wings, and my only note is, oh my fuck, he's evolving like a Pokemon.
Yeah. He also almost hit someone in the face when he was walking down the...
Oh, I saw that, yeah, and the guy like ducked out of the way.
Yeah, it was smooth.
I wouldn't duck out of the way, I want to be backhanded by Finn Balor.
Yeah, hurt me, Balor. I guess.
Yeah, he gets into in the wing. God, I'm talking about the wing so much. They're so fucking cool, though.
Did you hear the screaming? The intense screaming.
Oh, wouldn't you fucking scream?
I was screaming. Just my dog didn't know what was going on when I was watching it.
Like, from this pay-per-view, people on the internet are criticizing the crowd for being so loud and chanting dumb stuff, which we'll get onto in a second.
It was super loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I like it. It's like, if you were there, it's a totally different story than watching in your room. You know, just the atmosphere of being there and having this stuff happening.
I prefer the crowd, but it would have been nice if you had like some commentary shouting over them instead of the shit that we did have. Yeah,
I guess. I mean, some of the stuff they chant is dumb, but again, it's all in good fun.
Yeah, yeah. Some of them were like kind of shitty.
I guess.
Like, I think if they ever shout "you suck" and it's just because of I don't know, chanting at bad wrestling seems kind of like disrespectful. But
they totally, on Dana Brooke's debut, the crowd chanted "You can't wrestle" at her.
Well, she's
in
kind of
developmental, a place where you're learning to wrestle. They chanted "You can't wrestle" at her.
Yeah, I like booing, like, you know, because especially like on a heel character, I think that's good.
Yeah,
but it's when they're like like whenever they chant "You suck" at like, you know, fucking Baron Corbin or whoever, it's like, yeah, he does, but it's developmental, like you said, you know.
Let me talk about what I want to talk about. So he gets into the ring, takes off his wings, and he has a fucking massive eye on his back.
The Eye of Balor.
Yes, the deepest lore, because the Eye of Balor is an actual thing, and that's what he's like named after.
Yeah,
which I think is really cool. I read somewhere that it's kind of like the idea that the demon is taking over him every time he puts on the paint, and that's why you're seeing more and more of it.
So it's basically Warhammer 40,000 then. He's becoming a demon prince.
Maybe, yeah. He was Prince... Oh, that's it! He was Prince Devitt, now he's going to become a fucking demon prince.
I won't tell Games Workshop if you don't. Blizzard already hacked him off, so it's fine.
But that would be really cool. It'd be cool if, once he uses the paint too much, then he becomes a heel, because the demon's taken over him.
He becomes the Undertaker, because the Undertaker can't move after next WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! Imagine Finn Balor's WrestleMania entrance.
It'd be really cool. It'd be better than Bray Wyatt's.
Oh, Bray Wyatt was cool if it was in a closed stadium.
Yeah.
Seeing like 70,000 people with their phones up as he fucking reanimates scarecrows in the dark.
Yeah, I just like flaming torches on the stage.
Yeah.
He should jump through flaming torches. He's just set himself on fire, basically, for the entrance. It's the only way they're going to outdo this one.
Pretty much, yeah.
We haven't talked about Byron Saxton, which happened in between these two entrances.
Oh, go ahead.
There was like the commentary team was standing up in front of the table or whatever, talking. I think this was right before Finn Balor's entrance.
Yeah.
But it was when they were delivering the Atami angle, and I shouldn't call it an angle. I've played too much TEW. But there you go. And it was like, they were all standing there, like Corey Graves is looking kind of suave, and the other dude's like talking to the camera. Fucking Byron Saxton standing there with his arms down his side, just kind of like not quite smiling at the camera. Like, he doesn't move a muscle for like
he looked
maybe
like he
30
wanted
seconds.
to die. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, God, fucking smile, man. Do something. Stand side on or something. Like, move your arm once. Scratch your face or something. Anything.
You raised the point that it was like the Destiny reveal at E3. He was just sat there, or stood there, arms at his sides, no expression.
He was somehow more boring than four white men on a stage, just like standing
talking about video game.
Yeah. Oh, God, it was... I fucking got on my nerves once again, repeatedly through this pay-per-view. This special.
What did you think of this match?
I thought it was quite cool. I thought, like, Tyler Breeze was... I don't know. I like Tyler Breeze, but I never thought he was amazing. But I thought he was kind of better than Finn Balor in this match.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was way more interesting to watch.
Most of my notes here are just on Balor. Like, at one point he did a brutal double foot stomp onto Breeze on the outside, like straight onto his back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was insane.
He went to do the reverse Bloody Sunday, but got reversed at one point.
Yeah, I've got words written down, but again, I never write down enough.
See, that's because I'm the colour commentator here talking about the moves, and you're just here to talk about commentary.
I'm like, well, he's a superstar, and this is NXT. My name's Byron Saxton.
You are the JBL to my Michael Cole.
Holy mackerel.
So, at one point, Tyler Breeze pulls off the turnbuckle cover and tries to throw... I think he throws Finn Balor into it, doesn't he? And then hits him with a beauty shot to only get a 2 count.
I think he jumps into it, doesn't he? Doesn't he almost smash his face on it?
He takes the cover off, tries to hit the beauty shot onto Balor, misses it. Finn Balor goes into the exposed turnbuckle, and then he gets hit by a beauty shot, and he gets a 2 count.
I've got something written down called a sunset flip. Can you tell me what that is?
A sunset flip. Basically, the inhabitants of Sunset City are turning into monsters because of this energy drink, and you grind on rails and shoot weird shit at them.
You shoot like records because you're hipster.
Yep. No,
these orange monsters.
A sunset flip.
I've got the word sunset flip, and then I've got like a greater than sign because it's my into shorthand. Boots to face. I don't remember what happened.
I think
these are the kind of notes I make.
I think the sunset flip is just flipping over somebody's back. Maybe.
I remember it being cool. I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm not going to Google what a sunset flip is right now.
I tell you what was cool was when fucking Tyler Breeze had his tantrum in the middle of the arena.
Yeah, after he gets a 2 count after the beauty shot, and he has a tantrum in the ring, and Finn Balor like runs away,
really
and he just disappears. Tyler Breeze goes looking for him, and then fucking Finn Balor hits like a Superman punch out of nowhere from inside the crowd.
Yeah.
Onto Breeze, who's like falls onto the entranceway. Did you hear the crowds?
I did, but I haven't got anything written down. So was it just like amazing screaming?
So once Finn Balor's been out of the ring for a good couple seconds now, probably like 10-15 seconds. Yeah. The ref's like tending to Tyler Breeze is having his tantrum. Tyler Breeze rolls out, and the crowd start chanting, "You're not counting" at the referee.
Yeah,
which is pretty awesome.
I do remember that. They had some really good chants in this one.
Yeah,
actually,
probably like the next one where Tyler Breeze is laid out onto the entranceway. Finn Balor climbs on top of the set, probably like 7-8 foot off the top or off from the ground, and the crowd start chanting, "Please don't die" at him.
It was awesome. It was so good.
I was like, that's dumb, but it's kind of cool.
I liked it. Like, that's the kind of chanting you should have, I think.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but pretty cool. So
it was good.
Yeah, Finn Balor jumps off the top of scaffolding onto Tyler Breeze. It was like a flying nothing. He just kind of jumped and hit him with his arms.
Yeah, it was a bit... It wasn't Kalisto, let's put it that way.
Oh, you do not want somebody fucking jumping that high
Imagine Sin Cara doing floor.
That. Yeah, have Sin Cara, nobody cares about him.
Like OG Sin Cara botching that move and killing somebody, probably himself.
So, the end of this match is after that jump, Finn Balor throws Tyler Breeze into the ring. He hits him with the coup de grace and gets the 3 count. Oh no, he gets a 4 count.
Sure.
The referee, the referee slides and his first hand is to check that Tyler Breeze's shoulder is down, but the crowd count it as 1, so it makes it look like it was a 4 count, not a 3.
Yeah.
But
weird.
Yeah. Finn wins, he's the number 1 contender. Again, he will face Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens, depending on who wins the main event.
It was, what did you think of it? I thought it was really good.
I thought it was fucking really good. I liked that once Finn Balor won, he rolled out of the ring, and some guy on the front row gave him the 2 sweet, and Finn Balor did the 2 sweet back to him clearly on camera, which is awesome. I fucking love the 2 sweet.
Yeah.
But what did you give this match?
I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Really? I also gave it 4 out of 5.
That's good. We don't have to have a debate about what these scores mean.
I know, like, the whole Triple H entrance at WrestleMania, I was like, no, the entrance doesn't count as part of the match, but fuck me, that entrance was so cool in this, I totally counted it.
I totally count the entrances because, like, it's part of the experience, isn't it? It's the whole experience, the whole match experience.
I guess.
I'm going to call it that.
But yeah, this fucking entrance was so cool. I went back and watched it the next day as well.
We should rate things like IGN do when we break down the scores, so it's like we're going to have a camera score, we're going to have a sound quality score for each match.
No, there was a fucking camera botch in Tyler Breeze's entrance.
Yeah, was that when it like flashed to grey for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought they might have edited that out, but no.
No. Do you want to talk about this next match?
What do you mean, do you want to talk about this? Of course I fucking do. It was really good.
You want to talk about Bayley and Charlotte against Dana Brooke and Emma?
It was pretty good. It was a fucking tag team divas match. This is the best you're going to get in the WWE.
I guess, but, you know, 2 of these people involved in this match are really fucking good.
And 2 of them are really not.
Well, we haven't seen much of one, and the other was so bad, she went from the main roster back down to NXT.
Did you see that Bayley-Emma match from, like, maybe a month ago?
I did!
Do you know what I was saying when I was like, this is you know I don't like Bayley, because she's, like, one of those characters that people seem to love, and I don't know why. But, like, that match was so awkward and stilted and terrible.
It was, yeah. I feel bad for Bayley.
I feel bad for both of them. It's like, what's Emma doing? She's not even, like, doing a proper arm swing at the start.
Well, you see, now she is evil Emma, and that's why she's a heel.
She's way better.
So female Scott Steiner comes out with Emma to her music, and they all get boos.
Yep.
Then Charlotte comes down and gets a big cheer, and does a whole woo stuff. Then Bayley comes down and almost falls, doing her entrance.
It's kind of awkward. She fucked up the slap bands a couple of times as well.
Did she?
Yeah, she like dropped it when trying to give it to a kid and then ran back and gave it to him, which is nice, but you know,
that's awesome.
Looked awkward.
But back at, I think it was NXT Fatal 4-Way when Adrian Neville fought Sami Zayn, I think Bayley was injured and coming back, and she was talking about how Sami Zayn is kind of like an inspiration to her for, I guess, rising up and, you know, eventually winning the big one and winning the title, and Bayley was going to do that. So I thought it was Bayley just kind of paying homage to Sami Zayn, you know, how Sami Zayn injured himself on Raw during his entrance. I thought Bayley was doing that, and she was going to like pop her shoulder out too.
Injure herself just for a fucking tribute.
Yeah, it'd be great. So
yes.
my first note here after the entrance is fuck. It's Emma and Bayley now.
Yeah, it wasn't shit though.
It wasn't. It was pretty good. I liked that the crowd were chanting "Evil Emma" at Emma when she was starting to get offense.
I think that's what the whole thing with that Bayley match was going to be. Was like she was going to be like taking the piss out of Bayley, but it didn't work. But I thought it worked here quite well.
Yeah, it did. They were pretty good together. Yeah.
At one point, I think it was Bayley. She like slammed her face into the floor and it looked super sore.
Really, I have that Emma
really
killed Bayley's neck from the top rope.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I don't remember what it was. I just have the note. What did she do?
Bayley was on the top rope and she pulled her off. I think was it like by her arm or something, and like they did it a few times with like people running up the side of the ropes almost.
Maybe
and,
I think I remember
her head
that.
on the ground. Tried to break her face.
Did you hear the "We want Dana" chant followed by "No, we don't"?
No, I didn't.
Really? There was like a small majority of people chanting "We want Dana," and then most of the people in there shouting "No, we don't" as a rebuttal.
I
It's pretty good.
I couldn't tell if she was meant to be good. Like, I didn't know who she was, but they made a big deal out of it, didn't they? For like weeks, like 4
Because
weeks.
she's a strong woman.
Is that all though? She's never been in wrestling before.
No, I think she was just a fitness person who lifted weights and was a model.
She looks the part, but she looks kind of scary. Like, she's all about touching herself, and then it's like she looks kind of pregnant at certain angles. And then you realize it's just muscle. It's like, oh god.
Even in this entrance, I was super creeped out when she started just like feeling herself up.
I already feel bad watching women's wrestling with my door open, like, which is ridiculous because it's the NXT women's are like my favorite wrestling to watch.
Yeah.
But I feel weird doing it. It's like, no, I'm not. Like, I know this isn't like competitive, but I'm also not watching it for the women flesh. Like, it's the weirdest thing. And then when you get her touching herself, it's like, I don't want anyone to see me watching this.
Yeah, it's like I don't even watch fucking the women's wrestling on Raw to like fucking see half-naked women. I'm just like, most of the time I go for a piss break and go for food during women's wrestling on Raw.
That's because there's nothing of value in those matches at all.
Yeah, but if I have to watch it, I'm not like, oh great, I get to see half-naked women. I'm like, okay, it's wrestling.
I would sooner have people know that I'd like sooner have my parents walk in and see me watching porn than I would like watching fucking Dana Brooke's entrance. Basically, it's less grotesque than that.
Yeah. Speaking of Dana Brooke, Charlotte and Dana botched a big boot. I think like Dana came off the rope, and I think Charlotte tried to big boot her, but like they missed.
Sure.
Which was really weird.
What the hell is an Emma-mite sandwich, by the way? Somebody mentioned that in the commentary.
It's like a shitty finisher. It's like her throwing somebody into the bottom rope, I think.
Because I thought the name was really awesome, but I didn't know what it was.
Oh, that's right. She hit it in this match, didn't she? And I think Corey Graves said it's not called that anymore. She made sure to change the name.
Yeah. I don't know why. That's an awesome name.
I don't know. Charlotte hit a double DDT on Emma and Dana, and then reversed a crossbody into a figure four, which was really cool, onto Emma.
It was awesome, yeah.
And then she bridged it, which was really cool. Dana went in to break it up, and she like raised her arms to do like a clubbing blow onto Charlotte's stomach because she was bridging the move, and Bayley was too slow to get in the ring, so Dana's... yeah, it's Dana. Dana kind of stands there awkwardly for like 2 seconds before Bayley slides under Charlotte and attacks
Emma?
Emma, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got them mixed up. And then she hits the Bayley to belly, and Dana taps out.
I don't know what happened between the double DDT and the flying crossbody reverse, but I have the words "fuck Byron Saxton" in hand again. So he said something dumb.
I don't know. I don't remember what he said.
In that time.
I don't pay as much attention to the commentary as you do.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what a lot of the moves are, so it's like I can't really analyze a lot of the wrestling, but does it flow well and how shit is the camera work, basically, are my two factors.
So, what did you give this match?
I gave it a 3 out of 5, but I originally had it down as a 4, but I realized it wasn't that amazing.
Wow.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I went back to a 3 out of 5 because I really enjoyed it.
Why don't you use half or quarters or 3/4?
Because GameDropZone.com doesn't do things by halves. You know
but
that.
This is how wrestling is rated, and this is a wrestling podcast, therefore we have to rate it like this.
Like, that's the attitude that leads to, like, 3-hour Raws every week, you know? That's the way it is. We need to branch out and revolutionize this industry from the inside out.
No, this is already the standard. Fucking Raw shouldn't be 3 hours. It should be 2 hours at most.
Yeah, fuck the standards. No half scores. Let's do camera ratings instead.
No, I use half and quarters because I'm not a pleb. But even so, I gave this 3 stars.
You just call me a pleb?
Maybe.
You're a fucking dweeb. Let's move on to this amazing Rhino Corbin match, shall we?
Oh, hang on a second.
I don't want to know what you gave that match. I don't want to know. I'm offended you called me a pleb.
No, I already said, obviously you don't listen to me. I said I gave it a 3 stars.
I was, fuck you, dweeb.
So, after this match, they were showing in the crowd some of the latest signees to NXT, and they're just kind of panning across, and the crowd are like applauding, and then it gets to the end to Yuha Nation, and the crowd just go nuts and start clapping and chanting Yuha at him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce his actual name. I think it's U-R, but it's spelled U-H-A-A.
I saw the image they put out on the NXT Twitter account a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But will that be like after this event? Because I know they did that last time, didn't they? Like they had their event and then like introduced Rhino and fucking what's his name, the other dude. Oh, what's the other dude's name? The guy who looks like he's like super skinny.
Baron.
Kendrick.
Oh, Brian Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, except those two aren't really wrestlers. Like, I know Rhino and Kendrick's deal was they just came down to NXT, and I think Rhino's trying to become a trainer down there
Right.
because he's still working indie dates. Like, he's still working on the indies and NXT.
Yeah.
So, like,
Weird.
I guess somebody else who may or may not debut here also has the exact same deal, which is kind of weird.
And it's weird.
But
Are they older? Is this person who maybe is imaginary and maybe not he? Is he older, like that age, or is he like young?
I think he's like in his 30s.
Right.
But then you look at like Finn Balor and Hideo Itami, and they're both like 32 or 33.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are both 30.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I guess. It's not really. It is developmental, but not in the
I guess, but you can't
out of
keep
college kind of way.
you can't keep like the older people down there for long.
No.
Especially
Otherwise,
like
we'd
if
end
they've
up like
got a
Raw.
lot of talent, like a lot of the main eventers do down in NXT. You don't want them in developmental. You want them on the main roster, but there's nowhere there for them at the moment.
It's sad because I would argue that all of them, even like the shit ones like Emma, are perhaps more interesting than the main roster.
They are, but we're getting
Perhaps.
distracted. So yeah, the crowd start cheering for Yuha, even though he doesn't have a name yet, and they still haven't given him a name. People were cheering him, which is cool.
Yeah.
He will be really fucking good from what I've seen online of him.
I hope. Yeah.
He's a big buff black guy who can do flippy shit. Awesome.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is this like Kalisto crossed with Big E?
No, not
That
like
sounds
fucking
terrible.
luchador levels of flips, but
Well, what are you offering me here? Like fucking Neville levels?
no way. Maybe.
What's the flippy shit then at this level?
He does. I think he can do flips like Neville. Like I think he's done like 450 splashes and moonsaults and all that stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
We need to move on to the next match because
I'm trying to put it off for as long as possible.
and I've only done the first two matches.
Well, this pay-per-view was 4 matches in the first hour and then 2 matches for the second hour, which I thought was insane.
It was really good though. They were really
It
good.
was. Anyway, yeah, I've put this off for long enough. So Baron Corbin versus Rhino.
We knew how this was going to go.
My first note here is sucking a dick, yeah, for Rhino's entrance, which is a reference you won't get. But
No.
my second note is just presence for Baron Corbin's entrance.
Did you hear Byron Saxton during his entrance?
No, what did he say now?
He said, Karen Bourbon. He said, Karen Bourbon. Paused. I didn't know if I'd heard it right. And then he said, Baron Corbin again, like a few seconds later. So I knew he fucked it up. I went back 10 seconds and yeah, Karen Bourbon.
Fucking hell. Karen Bourbon.
Like some kind of fucked up vegetable biscuit. It's great.
Oh, fuck this match, seriously.
It wasn't too terrible.
The match started and the crowd were chanting Rhino's gonna kill you. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a brutal fight between these two big fucking mastodons. No, like, the match started and Baron Corbin botches falling between the ropes so Rhino, like, clotheslines him over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. The one
awkward.
saving grace for this match was the crowd chanting, Corbin sucks! Corbin sucks!
Yeah, I heard it. I didn't guess. Is it like just his name, or was it an emphasis on gore, or like?
No,
What
I think
exactly?
they were just chanting Corbin sucks. I think they were chanting it in the same, like, tempo as New Day
Yeah.
sucks. Like, New
Yeah.
Day sucks. Corbin sucks.
Yeah. It was
But,
good.
yeah, the entire match was essentially Baron Corbin looking strong and fighting off Rhino.
Yeah.
That was essentially it. Rhino kept delivering moves to him. Corbin kept getting up and delivering more moves back to Rhino.
Did you notice
With
that
an
every
emphasis
time?
on how... So go ahead.
Go on. Every time that Baron Corbin would throw Rhino across the ring, because he'd like throw him from corner to corner, did it like 4 times maybe. He always fell over afterwards. He always did like a press up afterwards because he couldn't stay on his feet.
Well, that's just it. The two of them got gassed so quickly into this match.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like, Rhino's fucking a really big dude. You know, he's been wrestling for years, and he got gassed quite early in this match. And Baron
Yeah.
Corbin kind of has like no muscles on his chest. He has a sad face. But
Did you see the fucking terrible headbutt that was like nowhere
oh
near each other?
yeah,
They both
my
kind of
note
just
is
wriggled in each other's arms for a second, and I think it was meant to be like a headbutt.
my note here is fuck. They collide heads. I didn't think that was meant to happen
No,
because
it
the ref
was.
like ran down to both of them on the floor and looked like he was like, "Are you all right?"
Yeah,
But
it was weird.
yeah, the crowd shit on Corbin for this entire match, which was great.
Kind of,
Like,
but I feel bad for him, you know.
yeah, I feel bad for him too, but it's the same thing with like fucking Roman Reigns, where they tried to push Roman Reigns to the moon. The crowd didn't like him because he's not a good wrestler and he's not particularly interesting. And
No.
now they've kind of cooled down on Reigns. But meanwhile in NXT, what happened in NXT? He debuted on a special. They gave him a super over the top entrance, which looks really cool. He has cool music. He goes in
Sick, yeah.
there. He goes in there, fights for 30 seconds and wins. And then when he has a longer match against somebody who can actually fight against him, he just looks like shit.
Yeah. I mean, they should have. I guess it is his wrestling ability, isn't it? Because I was going to say, like, look at the New Day, who are terrible, and they always were. Like, they kind of really leaned into them being shit, and they're doing the same with, like, Blake and Murphy, aren't they? Where they're almost
Well,
trolling the audience.
when you say they're shit, they're good wrestlers. It's just
Are
their
they?
characters. Yeah,
Are
Kofi
they?
Kofi Kingston's good. Big E's good. Xavier Woods is good.
I don't believe you, though.
Well,
Like,
fuck
they're
you
not
then.
interesting. It's like every
You
time we talk about one of their matches, it's always how awesome Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are.
Yeah, but they look good because the New Day are also good against them. If they were
Maybe.
shit, then Kid and Cesaro would look terrible against them.
Maybe, but Blake and Murphy have never looked good. And, like, I hate them, and not because they're bad wrestlers.
No, alright, we'll get on to that in a second. Let me finish talking about this.
Oh,
So,
shit, they were out last night, weren't they?
yes, they were. Baron
Weird.
Corbin hits a sloppy... No, Rhino hits a sloppy belly-to-belly to Corin Barbin, whatever his fucking
Karen
Byron
Bourbon.
Saxton... Karen Bourbon, there we go. And tosses him across the ring. Sets up for a gore, and the crowd are chanting gore at him. And I
Yeah.
initially thought that Karen Bourbon was going to reverse the gore into an end of days and make it look super smooth and fluent,
Right.
but I was completely wrong.
Of course you were.
Rhino charges at him, he just kind of dodges out the way, kicks him, hits him with the end of days, and wins.
Yeah, it was. I thought I saw it kind of coming because you know when Rhino went to the corner and normally he's getting all psyched up with people chanting gore.
Yeah.
He kind of just looked around and didn't look like he was getting pumped. So I was like, he doesn't seem to be really into this.
Did you really think Rhino stood a chance of winning against Baron Corbin, though?
I thought, it's fucking Rhino. I don't know. He's cool.
Yeah. What did you give this match?
I gave it a 2 out of 4. 5. I gave it a 2 out of 4, but I think I meant 5.
I gave it 2.5. They had an
Weird.
interview after the show where essentially Baron Corbin was being interviewed, and I think it's the first time I've ever heard him talk to Renee Young.
Right.
And
I don't think I saw this. I didn't see this at all.
it wasn't on the pay-per-view, it was on their YouTube channel.
Ah, right, yeah.
But yeah, the first time I heard him talk, I was kind of shocked that he actually has a voice. And Rhino kind of interrupted him in the interview and said that it was a good match and they should do it again sometime, and then he walked away.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he said it was fun. He didn't say it was a good match, he said that was fun, we should do it again sometime.
Oh, yeah, that's the correct answer. I guess.
That was that. After this, they were hyping up the main event with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and they showed Kevin Owens answering John Cena's open challenge on Raw.
Yeah.
And as they show the clip of Kevin Owens stomping on the US title, you can hear the crowd in NXT cheering and applauding Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was pretty cool. Also,
It was great because I hadn't seen that until then as well.
It was pretty good, wasn't it?
It's great.
Also, just as this was happening, I also have a note here, RIP TNA. As I was watching this, the news broke that TNA or Destination America are getting rid of TNA in sometime later this year, so now TNA have lost their network again.
Right. Are they any good? Like, are they like...
No.
I don't know. Everything we've seen of the Japanese and the Lucha Underground have been like actually good wrestling. Is TNA shit or is it good?
No, TNA is never good. At one point they had like old WWE people like Hulk Hogan and WCW people like Sting, and they put a big focus on that instead of their homegrown talent.
Right.
And they've had people like AJ Styles and Okada and tons of people who are super big in Japan, like the fucking Young Bucks, and they did nothing with them. And now they've gone off and left TNA, and now they're fucking massive.
Yeah. Weird. I don't want to watch any of it.
You don't.
And now we can't, I guess.
Anyway, the next match, fucking Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy against Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy with Carmella for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
I've really grown to like Enzo and Cass.
They're fucking great, aren't they?
They are. I didn't like them at first. I thought they were terrible, but I'm really into them now.
You know what they aren't?
Soft.
They aren't SAWFT soft.
Why does he freak out like in a super terrible way when he says that and spells it out for you?
Because that's his whole thing. He's a cocky New Jersey guy.
No, I mean Cass. Why does he like have literally a fit?
Yeah, he has like a fucking seizure.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weirdly just offensive. His thing. It's just his thing to kind of emphasize it. Did you hear his voice crack?
Yeah, it was great.
He was like, "I'm gonna spell it out for you. SAWFT." It was awesome, but it was kind of cool.
Was that a new ref in this match? The Asian dude?
Yeah, Asian ref.
It's cool.
First time I've seen him.
Yep.
But did you hear the fucking Dubstep Cowboys have a new theme?
Did they? It's just shit still. I don't know.
I always had a fucking seizure watching their entrance. Jesus Christ.
Oh, the fucking camera work with the intense zoom in and out of the flashing screen. It was great.
The fucking lights everywhere. And their music sucks now. Their old one was much better.
I thought they was bad both times. I didn't know it changed.
I guess, but it was bad the first time, but now they've changed it. I kind of miss it. I've gone back and listened to their old theme now, and I'm like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What was with their fucking hair, dude?
Yeah, the crowd started chanting, "You look stupid" at Murphy and Blake. One had pigtails, the other one had a ponytail.
Hey, wasn't it more like a bun though? Wasn't it like wrapped around, or was it just got tangled that way?
I don't know. I didn't pay much attention to the hair.
Two fucking pigtails though. What the fuck? Why would they do that?
I don't know. I guess it's just to make themselves look dumb. But the crowd chanted, "You look stupid," and started calling them sweet boys, which I didn't understand.
There wasn't that whole thing early on that they were like gay?
No, that's all you thought.
I'm pretty sure somebody on another podcast that you should never listen to mentioned that that was the whole thing, was like they were like gay lawyers or something.
Why would they be lawyers? One's a cowboy. They listen to dubstep.
I'll find out. You keep talking about this match. I'll try to find out where their origins came from.
So it starts off with Enzo and I think fucking Blake or Murphy in there. I don't know. Enzo hits some fucking wrestling moves, which totally blew me out of the water. Like, he hits a sweet ass dropkick right to their face.
It was fucking awesome. It was really good. It was crossbody first, wasn't it? And then
he hits like a multitude of crossbodies and then the dropkick. And I was like, holy shit, Enzo's actually wrestling.
Yeah, it was insane.
The crowd were going nuts for it and giving him applause. Just as the Dubstep Cowboys were getting control, Enzo manages to tag in Big Cass, and the Cowboys just kind of stop in the middle of the ring and stare at him and look scared and slowly back away from him.
I thought that's kind of like what Baron Corbin should be, shouldn't it? It's like just huge and terrifying, because they land a couple of hits on Cass and he doesn't like move at all.
Yeah, they give him some big slaps and he just kind of no-sells it and he just kind of brushes it off, which is really cool.
He looks at his like chest down where they slapped him. So
yeah,
he disregards it. It's awesome.
Yeah, they were fucking really cool. Like, the Dubstep Cowboys were great in this match at making Enzo and Cass look amazing.
Byron Saxton was not great. He came up with the line, "I actually like the ponytails," to which Corey Graves just scoffed at him like you would or something.
Oh, did you hear Graves botch something? Like, the Dubstep Cowboys hit a sick-ass move where one of them got Enzo into a powerbomb and the other drops him onto the other's like knees.
Right.
In a very brutal-looking move, and Corey Graves, as he was pinning, he went, "New tag team champions!"
Yeah, it was weird.
And then he went, I mean, still tag team champions.
Yeah.
But Enzo kicks out. He hits a flying DDT from the second rope, which looked amazing. Like, I think
it was Enzo, wasn't it?
Yeah, Enzo hit it, Blake or Murphy. I don't know which one. I can't tell them apart. It's like the fucking Usos problem. No. Yeah, he sold it like death. I thought he was seriously hurt from it. He just kind of went lifeless.
It looked quite bad, didn't it? It was like
Yeah.
I didn't know who had won that. I won that. I didn't know who was meant to be getting hurt there.
But
I can't find anything about the Dubstep Cowboys being gay lawyers.
that's because they're not gay lawyers. Shut up.
Where did it come from? I didn't make it up on my own. Was this another dream?
This is probably a dream, yeah.
No.
So yeah, after that DDT, Enzo tags in Cass, and Cass kind of goes ballistic on the two Dubstep Cowboys for a bit, as Enzo's like dead on the outside.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it was
it
weird.
totally made sense. Like Enzo's just hitting these awesome moves and then getting destroyed by them, so he was just like out of energy.
Yeah.
Cass tags in Enzo, who's just kind of groggy on the outside, to hit the rocket launcher. But Enzo's like so worn out that Cass has to drag him across the mat and put him onto the top rope for him.
Yeah, he just kind of slumps on it, doesn't he?
Yeah, which was really cool. Like Enzo just looked like he was dying there, which is super cool.
Yeah.
As he was setting this up, fucking Alexa Bliss runs down and attacks Carmella for some reason.
Because she's a firecracker, you know? That's why she's there.
I totally expected Carmella to turn on Cass and Enzo and cost them the match. But instead, fucking Alexa Bliss runs down, pulls Enzo's leg, causing him to fall, and the Dubstep Cowboys pin Enzo and keep their titles.
If you include Carmella and Alexa Bliss, were there more women in this special on NXT than there are on the entire main roster?
Yes.
Was it 8? Which must be more than the main roster, because the main roster has like 4.
They have the Bella Twins, Paige, Naomi, now
Tamina
Tamina.
Snuka.
That's 5.
She's really cool.
Layla's still employed, I think.
Who?
Got Summer Rae.
That's like one of my favourite Oasis songs.
I can only name 7. AJ left.
What about that redhead woman who was in the crowd?
Eva Marie, she's not in WWE. Well, she is, but she's a total diva. Same
So
with
is she
fucking
not a
Rosa
wrestler?
Mendez, so I don't count those two. Otherwise, they would have 9.
Right.
So no, they've got 7 divas.
There you go. And,
What did you give this tag match?
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
I also gave it a 3 out of 5. It was fucking great. It was amazing to see.
We
Enzo
didn't talk
and
about
Cass.
the ending, though, did we?
That's what I was mentioning, yeah. Alexa Bliss pulling off Enzo and pinning him.
Yeah, it was kind of it was weird.
It totally bummed me and the crowd out.
Why did they do it? Why did they? They had like fucking soft there or whatever, and like crowd favorites. They'd worked them up over the last few weeks to be really cool. They know everyone hates the Dubstep Cowboys, so why did they let them win that?
Because they're continuing the feud. Like, Enzo and Cass are still not great.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, this match made them look like $1 million. They looked so good out there.
Yeah.
But they're not super great. I mean, it's developmental for a reason, you know. They're still learning.
I was going to say, who else do they have with the Ascension and the Lucha Dragons on the main roster now? Who else are you going to have them fight? Like Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan?
They have the Vaudevillains.
Oh shit! Yeah, where are they?
I've not seen them in a while. I don't know.
No, they need to come back. They have the best entrance ever.
Yeah. But my notes for the end of this match is, what? Bliss? Why the fuck no? Fucking Cowboys.
I have Alexa Bliss, ? And then I wish Albert was here. And that is it. I have no other comments on the match.
So that was the first hour of NXT Takeover Unstoppable, and we have
Really
2
good.
matches left.
Yeah.
Did you see the fucking hype-ass promo for this match?
So I never watch all of the wrestling. I only ever skip to the matches, and that's why I sometimes miss the entrances.
Yeah.
The pre-show, because I'm just not interested. I watched the entire of this one. Like, I never once did I think about skipping anything. And this, I would have skipped this video package, but it was really fucking good, I thought.
Oh, it was so good. It was probably the best video package I've seen this year.
See, I had it down as being great, but I wanted to ask you in this podcast whether it was great or whether it's just because I don't watch very many.
No, it was legitimately great. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, really good use of music as well. Like, it was fucking really good.
I guess me and you were both invested in this. You know, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. We both like them.
Arguably, my favorite wrestling at the moment is the NXT Divas.
Yeah,
no,
and a
without
lot of
doubt,
people.
they're my favorite.
Yeah, they're fucking great, and this video package was amazing.
It was really good, really good.
So, my first note here is match of the night incoming.
Yeah,
That's what I
and
expected from this.
my first note is Ezio, question mark, exclamation mark.
Yeah, so you see backstage somebody in like a fucking Assassin's Creed robe with the hood over their head and the fucking lowering cage music playing that they use to
Yeah,
hype up like special events.
right.
And that played, and I was like, "Oh fuck, this is so serious now."
Yeah.
So then, fuck, I love the cage music. I wish they did it more. I think they did it for something on NXT. I don't remember what it was now, but I've heard it used on NXT once before.
Right.
But yeah, Becky Lynch's music hits. It turns out she's the one in the assassin robes. She like gets to the top of the ring, pulls off her like hood, and she's got fucking steampunk glasses and
Yeah.
bright orange hair
Goggles.
now.
Awesome. She looks so cool.
My notes here are Becky is in Assassin's Creed. What the fuck, steampunk Becky? Oh god, she's ginger too.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know.
Why?
She had a really weird like skirt thing on as well. Did you see it?
Yeah, her like
poofy bits.
shorts.
Yeah, it's
I
bizarre.
didn't like them.
It was whatever. I thought it was awesome. It was different.
I
More
guess,
interesting
but
than normal.
they're not great. Like, I'm not trying to be a perv, but they're like not skin tight. They're really baggy.
I agree that every wrestler should wear no clothing, only except like the most skin tight like pants ever. But
Yeah,
I
male
thought
or
it was
female.
cool that they were different. Yeah, without doubt, any of them. That's why like I'm pissed with fucking Solomon Crow with his weird onesie on.
Oh god, I have to send you a picture from yesterday's NXT tapings of what Solomon Crow looks like now.
Oh, I haven't. Yeah, is this with this fucking new weird red streak in his hair?
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
He's changed again.
Yes.
Holy shit! To what?
Just to fuck my shit up, that's all I'm saying.
I
He
can't
got
wait.
down,
Can't wait.
sat in the barber's chair, the barber said, "What do you want?" And he said, "Fuck my shit up."
Oh, it'll be
So,
awesome.
yeah, the crowd fucking go ballistic for Becky Lynch, and then fucking Sasha Banks' music hits, and the crowd go insane.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking Sasha Banks is so good.
they are both really good.
They are, yeah.
Like everything. Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd was so divided, like, of who to chant. You could hear them chanting Becky and Sasha at the same time,
Yeah.
and it was both equal. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah. This that end of the match, which obviously I won't spoil, but it got really emotional. I thought. Even watching it like a day later, it was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Like it was awesome. It was right. So I don't like wrestling that is really slow ever. Like it's like the whole fake punching thing. Like if it doesn't look good, I'm not interested in watching it. But Banks and like Lynch, they both do a lot of like, would you call it submissions? Like a lot of really technical shit.
Yeah, so both of their finishes involve the arm. Becky Lynch's is the armbar, and Sasha Banks's is the bank statement, which is essentially a crossbody, which uses the arm, I guess.
Yeah.
And they were both working each other's arms, which is really cool.
But like that was most of the match. It was like them doing insane, really painful looking holds on each other.
Oh god, yeah. So I'll run through a few like big moments in the match here.
Sure.
It started off when they were both trying to get roll-up pins on each other to end it early. It was really cool. Just like they were flipping over each other and getting in pins. It was really cool to see.
Yeah.
At one point, they're both on the ring apron, and fucking Sasha Banks just pulls Becky Lynch, and she smashes her face and body into the ring apron and falls down.
It was so bad. Like it was great, but it was also awful. I had to pause it, write the notes, and then watch it again.
That was like 2 minutes into the match.
Yeah.
And it looked the most painful part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was it was awesome.
They like you said, they were working the arm. Sasha Banks mainly was trying to destroy Becky Lynch's arm. Like she had her leg on Becky's like shoulder and was bending it back and then using her other foot to like pull the elbow in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it was. But this was like followed like a minute of like just twisting her arm around with her hands. It was.
Yeah, it
insane.
was fucking amazing. The crowd were chanting "Quit, Becky, quit!" as like she was writhing in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, she folded her around the ropes like several times. I don't know if you saw that. Just like doing weird. I don't know. I don't know what the words would be. Like I don't know the technical lingo, but yeah, it was cool.
What, she had her arm in the ropes and was like bending it.
Yeah, but like multiple times of them like moving along the length of this rope. It was pretty good.
Awesome. Most of my notes in this are, "Oh fuck, Becky's arm."
She did they did the cool knee thing where Sasha Banks throws down both her knees on Becky's arm, like you said.
Oh yeah, so they're in the side of the corner.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
fucking Becky pulled out like a mastodon move where Sasha Banks had her in some sort of submission with her arm, and Becky Lynch picked her up with her one remaining arm.
It was insane.
And slammed her down. It was really cool.
Like from was it kneeling as well? Like
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Sasha Banks pulled out an old school onto Becky Lynch holding her arm, which was cool to see.
What's an old school?
It's where you hold the arm. It's like Undertaker used to do it, where you hold the arm and you go up onto the turnbuckle and walk across the ropes. But she didn't walk across the ropes.
Yeah, I have that written down, but I didn't know what it was called. That's awesome.
It was cool. The one thing I didn't like in this is Becky Lynch hit a brutal suplex onto Sasha Banks with her arm behind her back, so Sasha Banks landed onto her arm.
Yeah.
It was really painful, and the crowd started chanting "Suplex City, bitch."
Yeah.
And
there was
I was
a couple
like,
of suplexes though, wasn't there?
yeah, I was like, they pull out one suplex, and the crowd are already chanting "Suplex C." It's like, fuck off.
Yeah. At one point, Sasha Banks cartwheeled out of the ring, which was pretty cool, seeing it go between the ropes.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty cool where I think Sasha Banks went to go for a roll-up, and Becky Lynch reversed it and got her into the armbar.
Yeah.
And the crowd went ballistic, and they were all like on their feet, like screaming. And Sasha Banks is there, like screaming as she's reaching for the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of big major things that happened. But
Well, after that, Sasha Banks went out of the ring. No, Sasha Banks grabs the ropes and like knocks Becky Lynch out of the ring. Sasha Banks goes for a dives at Becky Lynch, knocks her to the ground, but Becky picks her up with Sasha Banks lying on top of her and throws her into the steps, arm first.
Fucking really brutal as well.
It was, yeah.
Right into the corner of them.
It was great. Then Becky rolls her into the ring, goes to the top ropes. Sasha Banks runs up the top, grabs her arm, pulls her to the floor, like landing on her face, and then gets her into the bank statement.
Also, there was a NeoGaf sign at this point, just so you know.
Was there?
There was a NeoGaf sign in the audience, yeah.
Oh, fuck NeoGaf.
It's almost as good as the Wank Pheasant sign, but not quite.
So, yeah, Sasha Banks pulls her off the top rope, gets her into the back statement. The crowd are just losing their minds. Like, you can see people cheering. You can see people, like, telling her not to tap out. My note here is, tap, but don't. Fuck, I don't know what I want to happen.
Yeah.
That's how invested into this I was. I didn't want either person to win or lose.
Yeah, I was the same way. It was.
Well, I didn't want anybody to lose.
I guess that's the best way for a match, isn't it? Because then you're not disappointed or like unreasonably elated. It's like any outcome here is good when a match is this good.
Yeah, but in the end, Becky Lynch taps out. Fucking the crowd went nuts. Even the people who didn't want Becky Lynch to lose were still going nuts at it.
Yeah.
Fucking, that was the best match of the night, dude.
It was. It was the best match in a while, I guess, since the last Amazing Divas match, I would argue.
Yeah, I guess.
Did you notice the crowd started like humming or singing, I guess, Becky Lynch's theme song?
I was going to mention that, yeah. So after Sasha Banks walks out with the title, like Becky Lynch is in the ring crying, holding her arm.
It was really emotional, I don't know.
The crowd just give her a standing ovation, and they just stopped singing Becky Lynch's theme.
Yeah.
It wasn't very loud, but you can hear people doing it. They were doing the intro bit. What is it?
The whoa bit.
Yeah. And then like they start going, hey, 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 and it starts getting louder. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
But, I think it was great that they had that moment afterwards. It was fucking really emotional.
It was good. It was awesome. The match was amazing.
What did you give it if you thought it was amazing?
I gave it a 5 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah, what did you give it then?
4 3/4.
Oh, it's so much different than that quarter mark.
Well, that's a big difference.
It's quality.
I guess.
It's like
I
there's
didn't think
2
it
of
was
the
a
matches I would
5-star.
rate amongst them.
I don't know. I don't think it was a 5-star match, but it was fucking amazing.
This is when you're going to pull out your Tokyo Dome reference.
Yeah, 4 3/4 out of 5. No Tokyo Dome. There you go.
It was awesome.
Do you get that reference yet?
No, but we've mentioned it multiple times over the sort of course of many months, so I'll get it in the end if we keep at it.
If I went back and watched it, I could probably easily give it a 5 stars. If I watched
paused
it
this
again.
match like 10 times and like watched things back, with the 10-second later thing on the WWE Network. It was that kind of match. I had to keep pausing to write things down because I didn't want to miss however they came out of a move.
See, I think that's a problem. I watch it all live and I take my notes live, so I miss certain things as I'm writing them down.
Yeah, I do too, but I didn't want to miss a thing in this match.
Oh god,
It
me
was,
neither. I really needed a piss, and I was like, I can't leave this match.
No, it was...
Which again, I think I mentioned this in the last NXT special we covered. A Divas match came up, and I was like, I'm not going for a piss or making food. I'm sitting here and watching this.
Yeah. It's so exciting. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's great.
So, should we move on to the quote-unquote main event, even though that Divas match clearly was the main event?
How long did that Divas match last?
15 minutes.
Alright. Because I thought
It
it
was
would have
the
been...
longest match on the card, and it was probably 3 times as long as average Diva matches on Raw.
Yeah, it was... To me, it was the main event, you know.
Yep, that
and
is
I knew
how
it
you
would
give
be.
Divas a chance. You give them decent storylines and fucking amazing wrestling.
Yeah, fantastic. So, yeah, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
For the NXT Championship, yeah. My first note is, I'm not going to say it, spoiler time, question mark, is he the towel guy?
Right.
Because again, I read somewhere online from someone who hasn't been wrong yet that somebody was debuting at NXT.
Yep.
So I was really hype. So yeah, Sami Zayn comes out. My first note is, please don't hurt your shoulder again in your entrance.
Yeah. I like his entrance now. I've turned on it. It's pretty good.
I really like his music.
That's what I mean, the music. Like him walking around, I don't give a shit about, but the music's good.
So yeah, he comes out. Then Kevin Owens comes out wearing a "The Champ is Here" US title shirt.
It's so awesome. Awesome.
It's really cool. The crowd just start going mad over it. It's great.
What's better is he pulls it off and then goes to throw it in the crowd, stops and just drops it on the floor. The crowd fucking boos. Awesome.
Yeah, he takes that off and has his actual Kevin Owens shirt underneath.
Yeah, it's
fucking great.
It's amazing.
The match begins and immediately Kevin Owens rolls away, and the crowd start booing him.
Yeah. There was a lot of running around the outside hitting each other, which I normally hate, but the camera work was so blurry, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So you couldn't actually see anything for a minute.
This is like the complete opposite of... Oh, actually, before we actually talk about the wrestling, after he rolled out, 5 seconds after he rolled out, a "John Cena sucks" chant began. Awesome. John Cena, who isn't even at NXT, he's not involved in NXT in any way, still managed to get a chant.
Yeah, good. Fuck him.
Yeah, so this match was the complete opposite of what most matches are that you don't like, where it's, babyface gets beaten up by heel for the entire match until he makes his comeback in the last minute.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate it so much.
Instead, this was, after he rolls out and the John Cena sucks chant begins, Sami Zayn rolls out immediately, and Kevin Owens tries to powerbomb Sami Zayn. He reverses it, and then he just starts beating the shit out of Kevin Owens for 7 minutes.
It was fucking really good as well. I'd never seen Sami Zayn wrestle like that, so that was impressive. He
smashes Kevin Owens' head into the side of the steps, and I was like, fuck!
Did you hear the ringing dong sound afterwards?
Yes!
The second hit, I think it was. It was really good.
1 minute into this match, he's already thrown Kevin Owens into that stairs, and then the other stairs, and then knocks him over the barricade into the crowd.
It was good. What happened after that, though, in the crowd was even better.
Oh, yes, they start brawling in the crowd, and they go, kind of far away. Kevin Owens picks him up to do a powerbomb onto the concrete.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn grabs onto the guardrail that the crowd are standing in.
It was really good.
Really cool.
I was wincing. I was cringing before it would hit because I thought, oh shit, he's actually going to powerbomb on concrete.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, don't powerbomb him onto concrete, Jesus.
No, but that was really smart. The barricade, it was good.
Yeah, they brawl in the crowd for a bit before they head back into the ring. For whatever reason, the referee wasn't counting, even though they were clearly out for more than 10 seconds.
Whatever, it's fine. It's wrestling.
Yep. That's a good point. Sami Zayn has just been beating up Kevin Owens for the past 2-3 minutes. When he rolls him back in the ring, he manages to hit the blue thunder bomb on Kevin Owens, which is cool.
Yeah,
but it only gets a 2 count.
I have a running up a rope DDT, but counted written down. What happened there?
Oh yeah, before that, Sami. I can't fucking talk. It's been a while. We've been recording for a long time.
We have.
Sami Zayn hits a half and half suplex onto Kevin Owens, which looked really painful.
Yeah.
It's the one where he's like behind him, gets his arms onto his neck, and then just tosses him backwards.
Yeah. It's always cool.
It was really cool. Sami Zayn goes to the top rope, and he's going to do a tornado No, I think it's a tornado DDT. The one Enzo Amore did earlier, where you jump from the ropes and get them into a DDT. But Kevin Owens reversed it into a backbreaker and lands Sami Zayn onto his knee.
It's awesome.
It was. At first, I didn't see it until a camera replay pointed it out.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool.
I'll tell you what I really love. I love it when they run up the ropes. Like, they did it couple of times in this special. I never really noticed it before. You know, when they, like, take each rope as a step almost and run to the corner? He did it
kind
then. Of. I've never really noticed it before, but it's quite cool. You know, as opposed to going to the outside and just crawling up.
Yeah.
It's way more smooth.
I like it when, a few times in this special, to get outside, they just run into the ropes and flip over it.
Yeah.
Like, I think Enzo and Cass did that in their tag match as well, when Enzo just leaps, and then Cass threw Enzo into one of the Dubstep Cowboys in the corner, and Enzo just kind of hit into him and then bounced over the ropes onto the apron.
Yeah.
But,
That's good.
Yeah, I don't have many notes for this match, actually.
I have suplex and again written down after that.
Oh yeah, he hits a half and half suplex, and then he hits the exploder suplex into the corner. Kevin Owens is like dazed in the corner. Sami Zayn runs across the ring to get ready for the haluva kick. Yeah. As he runs towards Kevin Owens, he rolls out of the ring, which is met by a lot of boos. Sami Zayn rolls outside to go after Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens picks him up and pop-up powerbombs him into the ring apron.
It's so good. Like, he doesn't move his feet. That's what really impressed me. Like, he just grabs him really smoothly, pulls him up, smacks him down. Doesn't even fucking adjust his feet, his stance, or anything.
Yep, that is the death move in NXT right now. He's taken out Sami Zayn once or twice now with that. Yeah. Adrian Neville, Alex Riley. So he hits Sam. This is a 7 minute match, and then he hits the pop-up powerbomb, and then that's essentially the end of the match.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what happens. Sami Zayn essentially lies outside of the ring for, I don't know, 3-4 minutes as referees keep tending to him. Kevin Owens keeps landing cheap shots at him, which is kind of awesome.
Like 5 times he runs in and like kicks him and shit.
Yeah.
Rams him into the steps at one point.
Yeah. He also throws him back into the ring, and like the referees are trying to pull him up away from Sami Zayn, who's like just dead and motionless.
Yeah. He fucking grabs him by his head and drags him to the center of the ring.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
William Regal, your favorite, comes down and starts shouting at Kevin Owens.
He had a sick waistcoat, did you notice?
Yes, he always dresses dapper.
He looks so British, you know. He's what I imagine him to be.
Yeah. He tries to get Kevin Owens away from Sami Zayn. He doesn't, so he grabs Kevin Owens' face and tries to rip it off.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, but he's met with a headbutt, which knocks him to the ground and rolls out of the ring.
Oh, so awesome.
Kevin Owens rolls back outside and heads towards the timekeeper area. He screams "move" at the guy, and he like darts out of the way.
Yeah.
And he picks up and takes his chair. So yeah, he walks into the ring. He holds his chair up. The referees run away from him because obviously they don't want to get hit by chairs. And like he's kind of waiting there, and then he swings and hits Sami on the arm the second somebody's music hits.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if he was supposed to hit Sami's arm yet, because like that's the whole thing that he's threatening to do.
Yeah. I got really confused here because I thought it was awesome until exactly that moment.
Yeah, it kind of sucked. Like I think they were just late on timing the music, because obviously his music was supposed to hit before he hit his arm.
Yeah.
But either way, he hits his arm, and then somebody's music hits, and the intro to the music sounds like it's saying "ooh-ha, ooh-ha." So I was like, "Holy shit! Ooh-ha Nation has jumped the barricade, and he's going to attack Kevin Owens."
Yeah, I had no recollection of this music whatsoever. I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, it's not good music. So essentially, the crowd start going nuts. The camera keeps panning to the entrance into Kevin Owens, and nothing's really happening. And then you just hear screams, the camera turns back, and fucking Samoa Joe is walking into the arena.
Yeah, so I have never seen him before, but I've heard about him, which I guess says a lot.
That's just it. Like, if you haven't seen Samoa Joe, you've at least heard his name.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking Samoa Joe in a WWE ring, considering he's been in TNA for the past like 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Were
insane.
we recording when you told me that TNA had died?
Yes, I
Yeah.
mentioned it earlier. TNA's dead.
I guess things can maybe make a bit more sense then, perhaps?
No, he left TNA a while ago.
Oh, right. It wasn't a recent thing then.
There's been talks of him being in negotiations with WWE for like months now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of ironic that Samoa Joe debuts in WWE the same day that TNA is confirmed to kill.
Yeah.
So yeah, Samoa Joe gets into the ring. Him and Kevin Owens have a stare down, which results in Kevin Owens running away.
Shocker. Surprise.
Yep. So then Samoa Joe's kind of in the ring, crowd is still cheering him. Kevin Owens comes back out, and like it looks like they're about to fight, and then he once again just backs away.
Yeah.
Which is like ultimate heel work. It's great.
Yeah, I was pissed kind of because, like, you know, when he first backed off, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of shitty. Like, somebody should be punched here."
Yeah.
You know, after that really awesome moment it sort of grew to with the Billy Regal thing and shit. And then when he came back, I'm like, "Oh no, it doesn't matter what happens now. It's still awesome."
Yeah. He comes back out, and people were chanting "Fight Owens, fight" at him.
Yeah.
But then he started backing away again, and the crowd started chanting "What a bummer."
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. So
I kind of like that he backed away though. You're right. It's ultimate heel work at that point.
Yeah. He says something like, what does he say? Oh, this is my house, and he raises the title and says that he's watching him.
Yeah.
And then he walks away. Samoa Joe's music sucks, by the way.
Yeah, it was like it's. I think we discussed this before we were recording, but like if that had been like Finn Balor's music, I know because I knew that music, but you know something really immediate, and intense, it would have worked so much better.
Well, apparently, even in TNA, the first 10 seconds of his theme are a knockoff from something from Godzilla. And it's
Weird.
the same here. But his music after the theme isn't that good.
No.
It doesn't scream big guy who's going to kick your head in.
No. Like, if the Kevin Owens music had hit then, it would have been insane. You know, like that
Fuck,
kind of
oh my
level
god, can you imagine
immediate...
Kevin versus Owens? That'd be a great feud. Almost as good as Brock versus Lesnar.
One's wearing the KO shirt, whatever, and the other one's wearing the American title shirt, the US champ shirt from earlier on in the match.
Wouldn't it just be Kevin wearing the black and white Kevin Owens shirt, and then Owens wearing the white and black Kevin Owens shirt? So he's just wearing his shirt, just inverted? That's
too fourth wally. One of them should have sweatbands on and be doing the "You can't see me" sign.
By the way, WWE already have a shirt out for Samoa Joe. He came out wearing it.
Really? That's weird.
It was on sale like 10 minutes after NXT ended.
Right. So is this just going to be him like being in every week then for the next 4 weeks? Is he going to be the new Itami?
I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of like the Rhino deal where he still has indie dates. Apparently he's not officially in NXT. They're just paying him for... I guess he has like an open contract with them.
Sure.
Kind of like, you know how in EWR or TEW you can have people on open contract and you only pay them when they show up.
Contracts because none of them will sign with me. So yes, I'm intimately familiar with that.
Yeah, that's pretty much their deal apparently.
Right.
So what did you give this match? I never asked you.
I gave it a 4 out of 5 because I liked it up until the last 2 minutes.
I gave this 3.5. I think it was better than average, but there wasn't that much fighting in it really. Most of it was outside stuff, and then it kind of had that screwy finish where nobody really won or lost.
No, but I was just impressed by Sami Zayn actually wrestling, which really impressed me.
Sami Zayn is a great wrestler.
So, I mean, you told me these things. Like, you tell me Daniel Bryan's competent, but I still don't believe you until I'll see it.
Well, you'll never see Daniel Bryan wrestle again because he's dead now.
No, so is Tommy. Wonderful.
No, Tommy's injury is apparently just a freak accident. It's nothing to do with the years he's been wrestling, but finally catching up to him.
Yeah, sure, until he comes back for a week and then gets injured again.
Oh, don't say that.
When he comes back next year, fights 2 matches, gets Brian Kendrick, gets his neck broken, and then that's it. End of days. Fucking End of Days by Baron Corbin and taken out of life. It'd be the most depressing day ever.
Who do you think injured Itami? Come on, let's say your prediction. Could it be perhaps Tyler Breeze, who he's had a long time feud with? Could it be Finn Balor taking him out so he has one less person to worry about in the triple threat?
I wouldn't be Finn Balor. No.
Could it be Kevin Owens taking him out before he has a chance? Could it be fucking Samoa Joe?
No. Been crazy. It's Kevin Owens because he was there on the scene, and WWE isn't isn't not smart enough. They wouldn't go for anything deeper than that, you know. It's got to be
I
the
think
most
they could.
surface
I would
level.
love it if it turned out to be Finn Balor.
It wouldn't be Finn Balor.
Come on, fucking Finn Balor versus Hideo Itami.
Nah, he's like fighting with honor, though, you know. He's not evil.
Finn Balor isn't Japanese. He's wrestled in Japan for 8 years, but he's not Japanese.
Like, if it was Tyler Breeze, I feel like he would have like smeared lipstick up his cheek or something, you know? He would have left a signature. Like, I feel like if Alexa Bliss did that, she would like just throw glitter on everybody and you'd know. You know, they've got like a superhero sort of mark, but a supervillain mark, I guess.
How bummed out? I mean, I know you weren't watching WWE at the time, but you know when the Shield broke up and Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield, it was like fucking heartbreaking to see this heel turn.
Right.
Was it just as heartbreaking seeing Alexa Bliss make this heel turn for you?
It was heartbreaking because it was like Alexa Bliss has came out in this amazing moment. It should have been amazing, and it's fucking Byron Saxon on commentary, so of course it was nothing. I was like, if fucking Albert was here, he would have shouted something intense. It would have been really awkward, and it would have been awesome. Fuck, there was none of that. They need to get someone decent on like third man. Because I like Corey Graves. I like the dude whose name we don't know.
Yeah.
But there's like no one for Corey Graves to be sarcastic of, you know? It's like he just says the lines and they're good and then there's nothing.
So that was NXT Takeover Unstoppable. I like my last notes here for that match are who the fuck won? Falcon Arrow was right.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know who won. Fucking I assume Kevin Owens because Sami Zayn was unable to.
Is Falcon Arrow the dude who's licking things?
No, Falcon Arrow was the insider on r/Squared Circle who has been right about everything so far.
Yeah, about the Samoa Joe thing.
Yep, about Samoa Joe debuting, about the stuff in Philly. He also said that Samoa Joe would keep his name, which is like a massive thing that WWE haven't renamed him.
Right.
I guess it was part of the deal.
Yeah. Well, if he's not wrestling like full time, then could you even do that?
I guess, but WWE still have to deal with licensing for all the merchandise they'll put out with him, like his shirt.
But if he's indie, then that's probably not a problem, is it?
Yeah, but everybody else from the indies have had their name changed. Bryan Danielson is now Daniel Bryan. Kenta is now Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
Prince Devitt is now Finn Balor. Like, Kevin Steen is Kevin Owens. They change it all so they can have licensing.
You have to change Kenta Kobayashi, don't you? Because it's like American people know that Hideo is a Japanese name, and that's the only one they know. So.
Yeah, but so's Kenta.
I guess, but I don't like necessarily think, oh, he's Japanese. I think Hideo. I think, oh, fucking Metal Gear, crazy Japanese shit.
Do you want to know who the only other indie guy who's been allowed to keep his name in WWE is?
Go on.
No, take a guess.
I don't know who was indie. Like.
Well, you can take a guess at anybody in the WWE.
I don't know.
Past or present.
John Cena?
John Cena's real name is John Cena.
Of course it is.
They just trademarked his name for wrestling.
That's awesome.
Come on. They do that with a lot of people.
Yeah. I like the really I always imagine that most like decent wrestlers had really rich sounding names, you know, like double barreled surnames and stuff.
Paul Levesque.
Like that, for example.
Yep. Come on, you still haven't given me a guy.
I don't know. I said John Cena.
No, John Cena, no. Past or present WWE star, which indie darling was allowed to keep his name?
I don't know any indie darlings.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No. I don't know. You've got me on the spot here. I'm just trying to think of like different names. I'm thinking of no, I don't know. Tell me.
MMA fighter Phil CM Punk Brooks.
Oh, well, he's dead, so I don't even know who you're talking about.
CM Punk was the only other indie guy allowed to keep his name in WWE.
Like, CM Punk is like what happens in Final Fantasy Type 0, where someone dies and then everyone around them forgets they ever existed.
WWE wish you would forget he existed.
Yeah.
But,
was he another one of these wrestlers who was like actually shit, but everyone said it was amazing? Like Daniel Bryan,
no,
for example?
he's somebody who was actually really good, and WWE thought he was shit, and they put him in the rebirth of ECW, and Paul Heyman was the only one who saw the talent in him.
Yeah, you're right. If Paul Heyman was on his side.
Then he was kind of misused until like 2011 when he had the pipe bomb promo on John Cena.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he was put into the main event, and he was fucking awesome.
Awesome. Well, we have spent longer on this 2-hour special than we did on WWE's Payback. So
that's because Payback sucked dick compared to this.
Yeah, I thought Payback was good. let's say positive. It was better than the last few.
WWE was better. WWE Payback was better than Extreme Rules, but that still doesn't make it amazing.
No,
there was only like 2 decent matches on that card. This one was consistent throughout with great content.
The only one that was not, I thought, good in this was the Rhino Corbin one. That was like whatever.
Yeah, but even still, that was easier to stomach than some of the stuff that the main roster's putting out.
I would take 100 fucking matches of Baron Corbin before I see a single another one of the Big Show.
Yep.
And that's probably that's fucking true for life, you know.
Yep. This was the second pay-per-view this month. We still have the Elimination Chamber to cover in just about a week's time.
Great.
So look forward to that.
Wonderful, I can't wait.
So until then, we will see you. Goodbye.
And fuck Byron Saxton.